that if a local authorities or local authorities around the country do not meet this wishes of the people that have applied by this certain date, will that be counterproductive?
Well, we are of course speculating here, but surely it's been 24 years. The other day there was a 53-year-old woman who phoned me and said since she came from exile, 1990, she's been applying for land. She has been to every office in this country. She has not gotten any land to date. So if this person sets a deadline, who am I to say that you should not set the deadline?
Are you support of deadlines that are being set?
Well, everything has a deadline. Even
our
lives.
The mayor of the city of Windhoek says all these applications, the 14,000 that applied last year, November, and the ones that applied last month, there is not going to be any special consideration. They will just join the queue. To that you say?
Well, maybe first of all, before we speak what the mayor has said, let's congratulate him. He's the youngest mayor in the history, and he is from the ranks of the Swapo Party Youth League. So we commend him. And we would like for him to succeed. And his work, we must compliment what he's doing. So if he's saying what he is saying, then it is clearly is now within the capacity of local authorities to speak. And that is what I was saying earlier. So if he says that in terms of the internal capacity of the local authority, this is what they can deliver, this is what they cannot deliver, yes. And why not? Why is it that we can now sit here and say that those who applied late should be given preference over those who have applied before?
How about our SWAPO coordinator from Kavango East or West, let me just get my version right there, who said, what are the youth going to do with this piece of land? I mean, it's unrealistic. Not all of them have access to capital for them to put up a structure in the first place. So applying for land is not an end in itself.
It's an unfortunate comment. I know him. He's my senior. He was my senior in high school. That same argument is what was used when blacks were agitating and fighting for the independence of this country. I'm sure they said blacks, they cannot be given the freedom to govern themselves. So why are you preempting them? Give the young people the chance. And we are happy, for instance, where he was speaking from is in Kavango West, and the CEO of Nkuru is a member of the Youth League, a former regional mobilizer of the Youth League. So let us listen to what the local authorities have to say. And young people are hungry for land, give them land. Don't stand in their way from getting land. Let them, if it is a bicycle, let them ride it. If they fall, they will be able to get up and become experts.
Are you the godfather or spiritual leader of this AR movement?
I once wanted to become a pastor, but I'm no longer a pastor, so I can't be a godfather or spiritual leader. All I am, what you are, and all others is just simple human beings. And simple human beings who have the capacity and ability to think and reason. And the common sense of that all is that if people are demanding for service delivery, we should not stand in the way of service delivery. If people are saying we don't have land, yes, listen to them. That is now local authorities, listen to them. And if people are saying, let's talk, and I must commend the president the other day when he was saying that if we are not meeting each other here and there, let's talk. Yes, maybe let's talk. Maybe the time has come for the second land conference to be held. And if that land conference says that we need a referendum on land, give the people that right, give the people that choice. That is democracy.
I'm saying there have been attempts at doing just that for the past 25 years.
There was only one land conference, 1991. Now you have to understand, and we should not be dancing on emotions of people here. These are serious matters. When people are saying they need land, the informal settlements that you are referring to, the fact that it is cramped up is because there is not enough land. At the beginning, 1990, everybody spoke the same language, land to the people. Everybody, land to the people. But now, some of those who started with everybody else, they have become landowners, and therefore the discussion has changed.
If this is not solved, are we seeing a political party being formed on this specific issue? Because that's the fear that is already being mooted in newspapers. There are some people that say, that seems to be of the feeling, including Saki Shangala, who was quoted in one newspaper, that if this, he sees a political party being formed out of this issue.
That is one of the most absurd remarks I have ever heard being uttered on this matter. It is very unfortunate that, you see, there are some young people who look young, but they are thinking as if their minds are in the sunset of their life. How do you speak about a political party? How do you even dare speak about such things, to confuse people with petty politicking? Even some have tried to say that, no, there is already a political party. AR is a political party. Comrades, you know very well by now how the law works, how political parties are founded and formed. And where I stand or where I sit, I would not encourage anyone even to contemplate such a notion of a political party, for that matter. Why? There should be a discussion, there should be debate. When people differ respectfully. And don't differ and then you resort to thinking that you will silence people by either using all sorts of actions against them. No.
It was below the belt.
Of course.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll return after this. As we round up, Dr. Gurare, let's get to 2-3 more issues that I wanted us to address tonight. One is the NANSO Congress that just passed. We heard remarks that there were outsiders that had a hand, external forces, if you like, and you were party to one of those forces. What do you have to say?
The first thing is we want to congratulate the new leadership of NANSO. And these are students at UNAM, IUM, Polytechnic, and students who came from the regions.
You're going to congratulate them if Sharonese Bush won?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. We'll do that. It is important to understand that NANSO, at one time, it was affiliated to SWAPO. Some people today who are now in SWAPO worked hard to disaffiliate it from SWAPO. So today NANSO is apolitical. So why and where do I fit to be one of those hands?
Do you have qualms with NANSO belonging to the National Youth Council?
NANSO cannot belong to the National Youth Council. National Youth Council does not even have members.
Affiliates.
Exactly. So NANSO is just an affiliate. SWAPO Youth League is an affiliate. And by the way, it's the biggest affiliate is SWAPO Youth League. It's the only youth formation in this country that has structures everywhere. Even NYC doesn't have those structures.
Were there external forces that had their eye on the outcome of that particular Congress?
Obviously. I think you know that too. The issue is that...
were you one of the forces?
Well, I think let's leave that to the viewers to judge and those who have read to judge. The issue is that we realized that there was a lot of interest, there was a lot of money being put into this campaign to influence it to go in a certain way. Of course, we don't have money. We don't have all those BEs and whatever you have it.
But your candidate prevailed.
But we are happy that the young people, poor as they are, they were rich in principles and they were able to stand firm and withstand all sorts of pressure on them. And they won.
Have people not woken up from the slumber of 2012? Because it appears to me there is this, them and us in everywhere you go.
Well, unfortunately, because they were saying that in the NANSO Congress, they were sending all these messages that said, you must make sure that you vote the government candidate and make sure that don't forget the Congress. So this is what was being said. and young people were being intimidated on that basis. So what I can say is that whether or not in the minds of some people there is that hangover, surely if you look from the perspective of the president-elect and what message he's so far sending, is a message of inclusivity, and those who were contenders, they are now going to work together. So why is it that those lost hangers, for lack of a better word, we are at each other's throat? So I think it is senseless. Rather, let us support the new leadership of NANSO. Let's support the new government that's coming in.
Are you keeping your eye on Agenda 2017?
Yeah, I've heard of that senseless phraseology. I was interviewed on it, and I just thought that it is obscure thinking, because why is it that we think of Agenda 27 and not focus on Vision 2030? Agenda 27 is not the panacea of anything. It's just a date and a year of a Congress, just like all other Congress. So let's not waste time and lose sleep over such petty things.
Are you spending your time traveling throughout the country, mobilizing, re-energizing your forces to tackle 2017?
Well, I'm always on the ground. I'm always on the ground. That is what our leaders have taught us. That is what the founding president has taught us. That's what Comrade Pohamba has taught us. That's what the incoming president is always have said. So we must be connected to the people. And I must maybe add this. You see, all this issue of Ngurare this, Ngurare this. You see, if Ngurare was a yes man and a yes boy, by now I should probably be rich with BEE tenders and contracts. Because the more you lie, the more you gossip. Some of these gossips make you become richer. That is not an issue to us. Our view is that we must focus on the interest of the people on the ground. There are section leaders in this country who have worked hard for the party, and they still have no shoes to wear. And if it is for me, the best is empower the section leaders, empower the branch leaders, empower the district leaders. Those are the backbones of the movement.
All the best with the 3rd China-Africa Youth Conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dr. Elia Ngurare, the Secretary of the SWAPO Party Youth League. And that's where we end matters. Until next time, from me, Kadimbre and the team here. Bye-bye.